Natalie, Michigan has seen a 63% increase in applications for absentee voting ballots compared to this time in 2016. That's because in 2018, Michigan voters approved no reason absentee voting. Clerks here in northern Michigan say they've been busy trying to keep up.
With more people voting absentee, it's a great thing. I think it's fantastic. What it really means is we just have to ramp up resources. We have to have more staff.
That demand is why the Traverse City Clerk's Office has added 2 staff members to handle applications and mail out these ballots.
My hope is that it really, the option to vote absentee just for the simple convenience, not only has more people voting absentee, but increases voter turnout overall.
The number of absentee ballots sent out in Traverse City is already 50% higher than the number turned in for the 2016 primary. Peninsula Township had 1,695 people on their permanent absentee voter list in July of 2019. That number now sits at 2,512. Marintet thinks the state legislature should consider changing the law to allow absentee ballots to be counted before Election Day if necessary.
In some communities, the reality is that if they can't start counting the absentee ballots early, it will just delay the results because it's going to take a certain amount of time.
So far, just under 80,000 people have already voted absentee in Michigan. In Grand Traverse County, 9,695 ballots have been sent out, and nearly 2,000 ballots have been returned. Bonnie Shealy, the Grand Traverse County clerk, says even though ballots can't be counted until Election Day, one way to speed up the process is to add more workers to handle absentee ballots on Election Day.
They could increase the absentee counting boards, have more than just one. They could have 2, 3. One of our townships has 4 absentee counting boards to handle the extra number of ballots.
One thing local clerks say adds time to the process, voters not answering all of the questions on the application.
The clerks are having to contact people, they're calling them. Sometimes they have to send it back if they can't get a hold of them, saying, hey, you didn't mark Republican or Democrat.
The city of Traverse City has 3 absentee voting boards for the March 10th primary election. The clerk says this allows them to count up to 600 absentee ballots per hour. Reporting live in the newsroom, Rachael Schuit, 7 and 4 News. Since Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order took effect earlier this week, home building projects like this one have been on pause.
Basically what Michigan is saying, that your McDonald's cheeseburger is more important than housing right now. That makes no sense.
Jeremy Akins, the owner of Clearwater Builders, is hoping to have this home ready for the Grand Traverse Area Home Builders Association's Parade of Homes in June. Home building isn't listed as an essential business under the governor's order, so Jeremy and other builders have multiple projects on hold.
This one currently in progress that we shut down, and one that was coming up that is completely shut down due to the fact that we can't get inspections to continue the project.
We have 4 projects underway. 3 of them are completely shut down. 1 is almost shut down. We're just trying to get it dried in so that when it rains out, it's not getting all wet.
The Home Builders Association is urging builders to stop all non-emergency construction. Both Jeremy and Dan say they think the rules are vague.
There's 23 states around us, and their governors have listed or labeled the construction workers as essential. And they all have definitions, and they have boundaries and descriptions of what they can or cannot do. In Michigan, our governor did not give us the label of essential, and that's pretty vague.
Jeremy also says contractors and subcontractors have plenty of space for social distancing to get the job done.
We have masks, we have gloves in the trailer. We work with it in the industry every day, and there's every day on day-to-day basis, it's not often for us to be coming within 6 feet of each other, so we can continue our work very safely.
Jeremy has given his subcontractors some money, but worries about what will happen if the hold on construction continues.
It's only been 4 or 5 days, and we're already feeling the effects of it severely. I mean, there's no way that we can go 3 or 4 weeks and survive this.
Jeremy is hopeful that Governor Whitmer will consider making home building an essential business so that he and his employees can get back to work as soon as possible. Reporting in Grand Traverse County, Rachael Schuit, 7 and 4 News.
What's next? They're going to shut down the paths, the bike paths, and I don't get it.
With many people home from work as COVID-19 spreads, some are using the time to take their boats on the water for some fishing. Thursday, the Leelanau County Sheriff's Office received notification that the Michigan Department of Natural Resources would be closing a launch in the village of Northport, a launch in the village of Suttons Bay, and a launch at the end of Hilltop Road. The goal of the closures is to promote Governor Whitmer's Stay Home, Stay Safe order. The boat launches are closed starting Friday, April 3rd until further notice.
Well, it really hasn't soaked in. I don't know. It seems a little bit much.
The president for the village of Northport says the DNR told him Thursday morning that the boat launch needed to close. Starting Friday, this sign will be in front of the Northport boat launch.
We were told by the DNR that because of the large crowds of fishermen that were showing up there that we needed to close the ramp in order to avoid having lots of people rubbing shoulders down at the waterfront.
Weatherby says while he knows this will be hard for some people, he thinks it's necessary.
Being proactive and closing places like the boat launch and any other place where people are going to meet in crowds is really a good idea.
Fishermen like Jason disagree. Jason says many of the fishermen and boaters are practicing social distancing when out on the water.
We're not even that close on the water or here. One boat at a time is pretty sufficient.
As for enforcement, Weatherby says because the village of Northport doesn't have a police force, that will be up to the Leelanau County Sheriff's Office. Reporting in Leelanau County, Rachael Schuit, 7 and 4 News.